Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Pulse Money Market Update, number 199 for Monday, the 13th of October, 2025. As always, you are very welcome here, but just remember that you're always responsible for your own trading decisions. We're getting into an awful lot of, well, A, it's the start of Q3 earnings season. B, there's an awful lot of finance companies this week, and in particular tomorrow. And one of them is BlackRock. You've also got JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Wells Fargo. We'll look at later. You've got Morgan Stanley on Wednesday. All right. Okay. So I think Bank of America or Bank of New York on Thursday. I think I might be wrong on that particular one, but anyway, a lot of those finance companies, and as I said, it's kind of interesting to sort of to see. What we can see here. This is BlackRock, and I always come out with the full disclosure that I've got family cousins who work at BlackRock and stuff and what have you. So that does not in any way give me any insight into a company that is such a behemoth as BlackRock and stuff. I'm just making my decisions on what I see. And as I've said, like most of those finance companies, for the most part, they've had a good couple of years. Yeah, there was a bit of the sort of tariff tantrums earlier in the year, but we recovered from that pretty strongly. And we're grinding our way up. Still making kind of higher highs, higher lows, etc. We talked about some of those finance companies a couple of weeks ago about how they were sort of just kind of maybe putting in a pause. But then once again, last week, okay, this is what I'm seeing from BlackRock. Now, admittedly, some of it because of the Friday's shenanigans, but also, as I said, we've got earnings tomorrow. That's printed. BlackRock's printed on the weekly chart. A really nice bearish engulfing candle. It's a bearish key reversal. Price pushed to a new high, then closed at a new low. So is this a case of, I'll be watching BlackRock's numbers tomorrow. They're out. I think they're out tomorrow before market opens, etc. If those numbers are poor, is it a case of that confidence is febrile? And actually what happens is we start to see a price break down to around about that $1,100 area where the 20 would be moving its way towards. That's what I'd be looking at. Okay. At the moment, it's still floating quite high, quite nicely. But if those numbers need to be good tomorrow, all right, those numbers need to be good. And if they're not, I think, yeah, as I said, where we start to kind of work our way down, here's the V before the I, into that kind of 1100 area and stuff. So add this to your watch list, all right, to see how this plays out tomorrow.